About that, we'll take a break. We'll be back with more football action in just a moment. Who's the second down and a long 5 facing Bloomfield.
Got a flag on it. Do we have a flag on the play? All the players milling around. Robert Mance that time came out for the stop.
Some kind of delay.
Equipment problem.
Equipment's problem, apparently. Someone lost something.
Somebody lost a pad.
In effect, giving the Broncos first and 10 from the 23-yard line of the Bobcats. There's Nielsen's snap. Gary Black through a hole in the middle. He's got some running room. He's down to about the 12, 13-yard line.
Close to the first down.
Exactly, close to first down yardage.
San Juan wants to run another play real quick right here. They want to run a play before they can get set up. The officials are having to hold it up to move the chains. San Juan's on the line. Give him about 9 yards.
1 yard needed for a first down. Backs are in the eye behind Nielsen. They go without a huddle. Here's the snap. Nielsen wants to throw. He drops back. He's got a receiver out. Fisher, did he make a reception? No, incomplete.
He got hit by Curtis. Curtis came up real hard on that. Made a good hit. It just the ball got there, and all of a sudden, bang, where did he come from? Knocked the ball out of his hands.
Hubbard Marley also in on that play with Fisher.
San Juan's still in good shape. 3rd and 1 now.
3rd down and 1. Now they take a huddle. David Lee's in the game. 3 backs in the backfield. Nielsen, the quarterback, takes the snap, handoff to Meyer. Meyer, I think he gets that, Rudd. There's a flag down.
Flag out there on the side.
Meyer got just about the yardage he needed for a first down. Holding on the Broncos.
Holding on the Broncos. That's going to set it back. That's going to make it 3rd and long. 3rd and about 11.
Holding the call against the Broncos. They march the ball back, and it will be, as Danny said, 3rd down and 11. No score on the scoreboard. 2:29 left in the first quarter. Both teams moving the ball pretty good between certain yardage there. And Jones, the ball carrier on this play, he gets a lot of that yardage back, sweeping the right end. Not enough for a first down.
Got about 6 or 7. They get in the end, try to get him outside, but that time the defensive end out there came across real strong. He was cut inside of him. Still got about 6 yards, 7 yards maybe.
Last time they had a 4th and 3, they went for it. David DeLee's bringing in a play to the game, and with Yazzie on the sidelines, apparently they will go for it again.
They're beginning to rest Pete a little more now. He's playing both ways and doing all the kicking, so he really doesn't get any chance during the game to catch his breath.
Backs in the eye behind Nielsen. There's the handoff to Fisher on the counter move. He'll not get there.
That's 3 times now. First quarter they've used that counter. He's calling it too much. Calling it much too much. Ball turns over now. Bloomfield's going to take over.
With the 4th down failing, the ball turns over to the Bobcats. And with 1:30 seconds left, we'll see what they can do. They're not really that deep, but at about their 17-yard line.
San Juan defense on the field now. We know what we're going to see. We've seen wishbone teams for a long time. He's going to fake it to the fullback or give it to him.
Chuy Munoz, the quarterback for the Bobcats, from the wishbone. Kovacs comes in motion. There's a handoff right up the middle.
Drop play. Looks like Pete.
Rodney Chestnut, the ball carrier, number 25.
Pete and also Gary Black going to stop that time.
2nd down and 8. The clock is still rolling. We will get a couple more plays off here in the first quarter, but no score so far on the board. From their own 19-yard line, looking at 2nd and 8. Kovacs come in motion, or Marley rather comes in motion. Munoz wants to pass. He rolls to his right. He's going to be sacked for a huge loss.
Had a man open real deep down here, but he was picked up inside. Is that Richie Monson? Robert Mance? Let's see who else is in there. Robert Mance and Gary Black once again on the sack.
Marley coming out of the backfield was down to about the 45-yard line, wide open.
He was open. He got behind.
A lot of pressure, though, on Chuy Munoz.
He didn't get a chance to look that well. They were on top of him.
That brings up third down, about 15, 16 yards to go. Clock will wind down. That will be the end for the first quarter of action. Back to action here in the second quarter. No score on the board. The Bloomfield Bobcats looking at third and long. Danny, why don't you tell us what the play was?
Okay, Wishbone has really no hope third and long unless you can break it open. That time they just ran a draw play. Curtis got about 6 yards, 7 yards. Still far short. They're going to be punting fourth
and about 8. Here's the kick from Kovacs. It comes down to Kuhia Fisher at his 47-yard line, where he's immediately tackled by the Bobcats.
Robert Marley down there in a hurry to help out on that tackle. Kuhia really didn't have a chance. Nice kick, got a good spiral off. Nice height on it. Really no chance to return, but the Broncos have it now. First and 10 from room 46, an excellent field position.
No score in the game. Second quarter action just about to begin here.
These Bobcats are a little tougher, I think, than a 1-5 record would indicate.
Well, you mentioned that they have played teams that are all ranked in their respective states.
They've played an awfully tough schedule this year.
Full-house backfield. Nielsen's handoff to Meyer heads to the left. It will get 1 or 2.
Kyle Meyer coming off tackle. San Juan's running those plays, those long slants. It seemed like in that drive that they were moving the ball real well, going just straight dives right up the middle. Right off tackle to tackle, straight dives instead of the longer developing slants that they're running, that they have run here in the last few plays.
Give Meyer 1 on the carry, second down and 9. Meyer, Yazzie, and Fisher in the backfield behind Jens Nielsen. Nielsen snap, a give to Yazzie right up the middle for a gain of 1, maybe on that one too.
That kind of play right there really is you got to run that. You have to run that. You have to make them respect that. But we're playing against a Wishbone team. They practice against that every day.
Third and about 8 yards to go. Gain of 1 on that carry too. Schmidt and Fisher head to the left.
Shotgun.
From the shotgun, bad snap to Nielsen. He's going to have to chase it down. He's got to pass off. He's looking for Fisher, but it's almost picked off by Robert Marley on defense.
To him deep. Let's say that. You never know with Pete. He might decide it looks good to run this way.
Back deep, Tommy Archibald, number 22. There's the snap. There's the kick. A high kick drives Archibald back.
It's going to die inside the 10.
Then he picks it up at the 9-yard line, comes to the near side. He's got some running room, but he's dragged down well about the 21-yard line.
Robert Mance, he got in his way, and that's a big object to run around. He kind of put the weight on it. But the Broncos had him inside the 10. That ball rolled dead, and he picked it up and took off with it. Got it out to where they're going to start now at the 20.
We may get to see some programs here.
No. You mean we're going to find out who all these numbers really are? We've got programs. They're just pieces that we've had from old ball games.
The Bobcats on offense. There's the handoff.
Handoff really
coming to the near side to Rodney Chestnut.
A couple of yards around the left side.
34.
Meyer on the stop.
Pete and Kyle Meyer, both not Pete Meyer, but Stacy Yazzie. I'm going to call him Stacy. Stacy Yazzie and Kyle Meyer that time teamed up on the stop out here. A gain of about 2.
Chris Kovacs far to the right. Wishbone offense. Munoz.
Gonna throw it back.
It's recovered by the Broncos.
Robert Mance jumped on that one in a hurry. He was coming through from that linebacker position, jumped on top of that ball. Bad exchange from the center quarterback. Broncos got the first break. First and 10 from the Bobcats 20-yard line.
So with that turnover, the ball spotted right at the 20-yard line for Bloomfield. The San Juan Broncos chance to put some points on the board. Gary Black comes into the game. Nielsen, the quarterback's got his team huddled at the 30. Fisher wing right back split behind Nielsen. There's the handoff to Meyer. He tries the left side for 3 or 4.
Nice it down inside. Not a lot of hold, but he got a lot on his own.
3 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 7.
David Lee, Stacy Yowza checking into the game.
Gary Black leaving.
There we go. Second, it's a good time for him to throw right here. He's been throwing on 3rd down only when he had to. Good time for him to throw right here.
Meyer and Yazzie split behind Nielsen. Nielsen pitches out to Yazzie. He's going to throw. He's got a receiver downfield. David Lee, but it's picked off.
David Lee was open, but he was a little late getting that pass out.
Robert Marley gets his interception this time right in front of David Lee on the
2 for 3. He was 2 for 3 throwing this year.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Munoz on offense. There's the fake. Now he's sweep to his right, or left rather, and he's got wide room in there up to the 21-yard line.
Finally stopped by Stacy Yaziat, but not until he got 1st down yardage and more.
How many pitches will a batter see before he's out?
Munoz on the keeper gets a 1st down and moves them out of trouble.
Munoz has carried the ball as you would expect from seeing all these Wishbone quarterbacks. He's carried the ball twice for 29 yards.
How many pitches will a batter see?
1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. In the backfield, in the Wishbone, Marley, Curtis, Rodney Chestnut. Munoz on the
Curtis up the middle. Curtis up the middle. He was met in there. Billy Slavin, Stacy Ozzie, Gary Black, all 3 on the stop.
6 is right.
Picked up 2 yards.
2nd down and 8.
That's the whole key. And the Broncos are having to do the same thing. They've got to almost pull out that first man coming through to make sure he doesn't have the ball and be pursued from there to the outside.
Chris Kovacs wide right. Once again, the Wishbone offense. Here's the quarterback keeper. He'll be ridden down at the line of scrimmage on this one, though.
He was picked up out there. The cornerback came up real strong out there. Billy Slavins and Wells that time. Both of them came up real strong.
Eugene Ward comes into the game. Out comes Rodney Chestnut for the Bobcats.
Sandlin defense playing tough tonight. Biggest game, Chuy Munoz has got away for two long runs, but that's it.
Kovacs split to the left. Munoz barking out the signals. There's the snap.
David Lee's back there in the backfield.
Pitch out to Ward will be smoked out.
That just before that play developed, David Lee came from his safety position, lined up out here on the outside to give him an extra man for that position. He got right in the middle there, hit the quarterback. He didn't get the pitch off, but he got help from Stacy and Kyle Mayer that time. He shifted over just at the right time to put a lot of pressure on him and give them an extra defensive man in that position. Wishbone operates off of 2 men on 1, and David shifted over there and it was 2 on 2.
Kovacs back deep to punt. Here's his kick. Not a very good one, kind of low. It comes down to Meyer. Short with a fumble.
Looks like Bloomfield has it. Looks like Bloomfield
We'll wait for the official signal, but they sure are celebrating. Yeah, it's Bloomfield's ball. Meyer never really had the handle on the kick. It came to him short, and 3 or 4 Bobcats managed to get downfield and take advantage of that fumble. Right about the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, Bloomfield. Here come the Bobcats.
3 quick turnovers here.
1 receiver wide right. There's a snap from Munoz. He wants to throw. He's dropping back. He's under pressure. He'll come forward. He'll keep it.
Gary Black in on the stop.
Gets about 3 on the keeper.
Got a couple of yards. Had him in trouble back there. Couldn't close the pocket though. He got back out for a gain of about 3.
2nd down and 7.
Chuy Munoz is quite a scrambler back there.
They're now in San Juan territory at the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Wishbone offense, one receiver wide to the right. Munoz, the quarterback. There's the fake handoff. Munoz wants to keep a pitch out now to Eugene Ward. He'll get down close to the 42 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Picked up about 3 more.
That was also one of the best executions of that style play that we've seen so far tonight. We got
to sit right in front of us, right here on the 50-yard line.
I have to admit, you know, we ought to explain to people that we come from an area of Texas where Wishbone really sort of develops. I can remember Dickerson on that play for my alma mater.
And Dr. Curtis, no, Munoz still has it. He's outside. He's still got it.
Oh, yeah. A lot of room, first down yardage.
He got all the way outside on his own, and he still had the pitch man.
Marley right there with him.
Picked up a good 7 or 8 on that one. I was thinking more along the veer. The Houston
area, yeah, oh yeah.
Yes. Versus that wishbone, and that's what they do up in Austin.
Kovacs wide to the left.
Quick handoff
gets only a couple. Curtis, you say, on the carry for 1 or 2.
Should be an easy one to remember. Number 32, Tommy Curtis, not Mike Curtis, but it's the same number.
Second down and 8. Chestnut comes into the game.
Yeah, the timeout called.
And Bobcats want a timeout. So take the quarter out of my $5. Keep that. Back on offense, the handoff to Chestnut goes right across the right side for a good gain down close to first down yardage. Just not enough.
About 7 that time. They ran the same spin as they do on the wishbone, but they handed back counter, and he picked up 2 yards.
He gets the first down. So first and 10, the Bobcats having some success on this drive. They are down to the San Juan inside the 25-yard line. They're just about the 23. Munoz, the quarterback. Here's the snap. There's the handoff.
Curtis is met in there.
Back.
Gary Black, David Lee, Billy Slavin's, all of them in on that stop. Robert Mance also lost a yard or 2 on that play. Lost a yard.
Second down and 11 from the 24. Chestnut brings in the play. And they break the huddle. Second down and 11. Down to under 3 minutes to go. No score yet in this one. Munoz, the quarterback, barks out the signals. There's the snap. He spins. He's rolling to his left. He'll keep this one. He's written down by Gary Black, Danny.
Gary Black, once again, playing tough in that defensive end position. He gave him about 2 yards, but that's going to bring up a long third down situation. That's one of the weaknesses in the wishbone.
Third down, a long 8. Got just about 2.5 yards on the carry.
I didn't know Dickerson ran from the wishbone.
From that option style
I don't remember
play.
A number 20 in that state ran from the wishbone. Played at the University of Texas.
It's the Bobcats tonight. Chuy Munoz, the quarterback. There's the fake handoff. The keeper, he heads to his right. He'll pitch out at the last moment to Robert Marley.
And he stopped on a nice defensive play out there. David Lee came up with the tackle, saved the first down. It's going to bring him up 4th and about 3 or 4.
That will bring up 4th down now, and still about 3 yards to go.
They're going to go for it. They're just about, well, nothing to nothing. Nobody has to go for it right now, but I don't see a kicker out there.
4th down and 3. Kovacs split wide to the left. Some movement on the line. He's barking out the signals. Now he wants to call time.
What was the oldest
call for 4th down and 3? Fake handoff, then he spins. He'll keep it. Not, I don't believe, get first down yardage.
He's going to be close. Stacy in on the stop that time. He met him first. Several Broncos in to help him, but they're going to look this one over, and they're going to have a timeout for a measurement. 158 remaining. Here comes a really unimportant measurement.
Backs are in the eye. Gary Black in there. Kyle Meyer. Hand off to Meyer for a couple.
Over the left side for about 3 or 4.
Split backs behind Nielsen. He wants to throw. He's looking over the middle. Now he's under pressure. He's rolling to his right, looking downfield. He's got a receiver out there. Gary Black out of the backfield. Black escapes a couple of tackles. He'll drive forward. He's got first down yardage.
Up to about the 30.
Gary Black out of the backfield. Gains about 15 or 20 yards on the pass. And the Broncos now have some room.
Clock was stopped right there as the Broncos. They had to move the chains in. Now they're going to stop at Sam. Say anything because people get the idea I'm an Oiler fan and not a Cowboy fan.
Broncos on offense with 1st and 10. 1:05 left to go. Nielsen wants to throw. He drops back a pass to Fisher.
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
That was just a quick little 4-yard square out. About a 4-yard, and he squared out. Gents threw it a little low. Really is probably the best thing to do because he had a defensive man right there with him. 2nd and 10.
Fisher comes to the near side. Backs are in the eye behind Nielsen. A receiver wide to the left, too. Nielsen fakes, and he goes to his right. He wants to throw. He's got a receiver. Fisher downfield, out of bounds. We've seen him catch a few touchdowns.
Defensive back's real short, too.
Nielsen wants to throw. He's looking out of the backfield.
Inside
Fisher
screen. They got blockers everywhere.
Fisher just looking for room to run. He's going to get a first down. Finally dropped at the 44-yard line, but more than enough for first down yardage for the Broncos.
San Juan's favorite play. They like that inside screen. When Cahill cut inside to get that pass, he had 5 blockers up there and not a man around him, so he just headed downfield 14 yards.
The Broncos call timeout. We'll take a timeout, too. We'll be back in just a moment. That's all I said. I gave you 10s on everything, sister.
We're back.
Back to action with 45 seconds left to go. Nielsen takes the snap. A real short drop. He wants to throw. He's got Jonathan Schmidt, but it's picked off. Picked off by the Bobcats at the line of scrimmage.
He had him. He had David Lee. He just didn't throw it over the linebacker.
The Bloomfield player tipped it up in the air, then managed to get under it and make the interception. So with the 40 seconds left on the clock, Bloomfield now takes over in San Juan territory on still another turnover. They want the clock to roll.
Yeah, we're looking for Bloomfield to run this one out. They're right at the 44-yard line. They're just going to run the clock out here, I would think.
Here's the Bobcats on offense. Munoz keeps the ball. He rolls to his left. Now a quick pitch out to Chestnut. Chestnut driven down after close to first down yardage.
He got about 8 or 9 on that. Pete caught him way downfield, put a hit on him, knocked him down. Got about 9 on it.
2nd down and 1 to go for the Bobcats. Clock is rolling. 3 seconds. There's the snap. Munoz keeps. He rolls to his left. He'll be driven out of bounds. That's the end of the quarter. We got time to go. Let's go. Is that all? No tax. Okay.
For 50 cents for that, you can give him a tip.
Driving straight kick drops down to Garcia at the 10-yard line. He's across the 20, straight up field to the 30, the 35. A big hole, the 40, 45, 50. He may go. He's got to escape to Fisher and Aaron Jones. He does. He's loose. He will have to outrun one more Bronco before he's brought down at the 1-yard line, Dan.
Yeah, Brent Webb got down there to make the stop on him, but he brought down him.
Goes to the quarterback. Here's the snap. Handoff. Touchdown. So the first points go on the board, 6-0. The Bobcats on top of the San Juan Broncos. Sort of a shocking opening seconds here.
Lightning struck in Bloomfield.
Kenneth Garcia, the man on that long return, sets Bloomfield up with first and goal from the 1, and on the first carry, Curtis takes the ball over for the 6 points. They will attempt a kick, a 1-point conversion. Shane Atkinson, number 60, the kicker, awaits the snap. The ball is down. Munoz, the receiver, the kicks kick, long straightaway kick, comes down. Fisher bobbles it at the 10-yard line. He picks it up. He'll head upfield. He's to the 20, and that's where he'll be tackled. Short of the 20, in fact.
Chris Kovacs down hustling on that kickoff. He got down, picked up Cahill down around his own 20, inside the 20. Brought him down right there.
Fisher.
So the Broncos start out at their own 19-yard line. Maybe the 18-yard line. Nothing back another yard.
We'll have to see if what kind of adjustments the Broncos made at halftime now. I don't think that was an adjustment that the Bloomfield team made, but they'll take it.
Meyer and Yazzie in the backfield. Slavin's in the game. Fisher in the game. Jens Nielsen, the quarterback. He wants to keep. He's rolling to his right. He sweeps. He'll be a keeper. He'll get a good yardage up to the 24-yard line.
Got about 6. Marley on the stop. Curtis also, but that was a design play out of the way. Maybe they picked up if they can get one more blocker out there, they can break him loose. Gents, we haven't seen him carry the ball that much on a design play this year, but we're down that time of the year now where you got to go for anything.
We've got the small and the large in the backfield. Aaron Jones and Stacy Yazzie split behind Nielsen. The pitch out to Jones. He's headed to his left. He turns upfield. A hole in there. He'll be close to first down yardage.
He's going to be real close. Marley on the stop. Marley's playing a heck of a ball game tonight. He's all over the field on defense.
I'm on a roll.
They'll move the marker up close to first down, third down, and out of yard. Six to nothing, the Bobcats on top. Broncos are shocked in the opening run back. Their kick to the 1-yard line, and then the score by the Bobcats puts them on top. Here's the handoff from Nielsen straight up the middle for the first down. Gary Black on the carry.
Gary Black needed 1, got about 4. Curtis in on the stop again. Curtis, real active player all over the field. Scored the touchdown. He's playing defense all night. He's been stand out on defense.
Moves the sticks out of the deep zone. They're now starting out from their own 31, 32-yard line.
First and 10.
First and 10, split backs behind Nielsen. Fisher in the wing position. Nielsen wants to throw. He's under pressure. Now he's got his pass off. Almost. Very tight coverage on John Schmidt.
He was double teamed down there. And once again, there he is, number 32. Curtis back there again. Curtis and Marley. Those two boys are playing the game of their lives tonight.
Second down and 10.
Offensively and defensively, they're giving it everything tonight. Second and 10, good pass that time. He laid it right over one and right in front of the other. It just tipped a little bit. John couldn't hang on to it.
Second and 10. Nielsen takes the snap. There's the handoff. Gary Black, the ball carrier.
Black, Gary.
Or is it?
No, that's not Gary. I think that was Kyle Meyer that time. Kyle Meyer took it on a straight back. No, Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones, number 20. I saw a 0 in there, and I didn't.
Aaron Jones for 5 yards, straight up the middle.
We got a 20 and a 30, shoveling in and out.
Bernal on stop for the Bobcats.
Backs are in the eye behind Jens Nielsen. Fake handoff. He'll keep it now. A pitch out to Aaron Jones.
Ball's loose.
It's a loose ball.
Looks like
The Bobcats has it.
bad pitch that time.
Aaron Jones couldn't control the pitch from Jens Nielsen, and after the ensuing melee strung out down the field to about the 20, the Bobcats come up with it.
Looks like Mike Kovac's on the fumble recovery.
Black. And Swenson.
That's one of those cases where the ball gets slapped down the field, and whoever comes up with it gets the benefit or the deficit. Chewy Munoz, the quarterback, brings his team to the line on that fumble recovery. Once again, a turnover, playing a key part of this game. Munoz.
Curtis right up the middle. He might be gone.
Close to the goal line. 4-yard line. Right up the middle.
Curtis took that one about 20 yards. Down to the 4-yard line. Took that one about from his own 21, 17 yards.
Into the secondary, David Lee and John Schmidt on the tackle.
First and call it 4.
So once again, a turnover puts the Bloomfield Bobcats in beautiful scoring position. First down from the 4-yard line. 4 shots here at the goal.
And timeout on the field. Who's this call? The officials?
Bobcats call a timeout. So, no, they changed it now. They say the Broncos call. Who called that timeout?
I'm not sure, but Coach Duper's coming out there to speak to some folks about defense.
While he does that, we'll take a break and let these advertisers speak to you. We'll be right back after this message.
think he's going to make him do push-ups.
From the wishbone, there's the handoff from Munoz.
Curtis
just back to maybe a couple.
Ran right into Richie Munson. You're not going to go too far running into Richie. Only about one.
Number 60.
Second down, just a little over 2 yards to go for a touchdown. Chestnut comes into the game.
Richie and Richie Munson, Stacy Ozzie both on that hit.
Second and 3.
Second and goal from the 3.
The Broncos are backed up to their goal line, 2nd and 2 from the goal, or from the 2nd and goal from the 2. How's that? Okay. Wishbone offense. Munoz, the quarterback, the team set. Here's the snap. Handoff to the second man through Chestnut. Touchdown. Munoz takes the snap. He spins. He rolls to his left. A pitch out to Eugene Ward. Ward's not going to make there. Stop forward. This time a short kick. Comes down. Aaron Jones takes it at the 20-yard line. He's up to the 30 along the sidelines. A little running room in there. He's finally brought down at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's the man we wanted to return it, but we
pretty good return, but
like to have seen it with a little more running room, a little more operating room. Short kick, got under it, just a short kick.
1st and 10 from they'll spot it at the 38. 7:20 left in the third quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can get another spark of offense here.
Broncos really need to they need to do something in this possession to just to keep their own confidence going.
Gary Black and Kyle Meyer lined up in the eye behind Nielsen. Nielsen fakes a handoff. He keeps it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1. Following Gary Black.
The whole right side over there kind of caved in. Looked like he had a little crease, and then they caved in on him. He had nowhere to go. Gain of about 1.
That will bring up 2nd down and 9. Clock is running. The Bobcats, you can just tell, they're fired up after those 2 early scores, and San Juan's really going to have to do something to break that momentum.
I think they got fired up at halftime. I think the coach might have a little something to do with it.
Receivers wide right and left. Now a quick pitch down the line. A screen pass to Fisher, but the screen in front of him were a few Bobcats. Nielsen took that snap, immediately turned and threw right down the line to Fisher on the right, but he didn't have too much blocking in front of him.
Gain of about 2. That one developed so quick the blockers didn't get out there.
Give him 2 or 3 yards on the carry. 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the Broncos from the 44, or rather the 42.
The Broncos need to get this one. They need to get this offense going.
Hand off to Meyer. Meyer tries the left side. He will not get first down yardage. Stop short.
Meyer, carry.
They'll need 2 or 3 at least for a first down. From what we've seen, they more than likely will go for it.
Brad Smith on the stop that time. Hard to say. They're in the middle of the field right now. It looks like they're going to go for it, though.
John Schmidt brings the play in.
4th and 1. Wonder if we're going to have one of those.
A long one.
Wonder if we're going to have one of those trick plays.
I don't know. Baxter in the eye. Fisher in the wing position. The fumble on the snap. I think Bloomfield has it.
San Juan's having trouble hanging on to the football.
And Bloomfield's got it.
Bloomfield does have it.
Vince Nielsen showing his disappointment out there, just unable to handle the snap, and a Bobcat once again in on the ball real fast. So the ball turns over inside Bronco territory. The second time we've seen that in this third quarter. 12-0, the Bobcats on top as evidence.
Fumbled that snap that time. Cordell Saw was right in on top of it. Wishbone, you can't let a wishbone team get ahead of you. They'll eat the clock up.
Munoz, the quarterback. There's a fumble on that snap, but
picked up by Curtis. Curtis picked it up from
very sharp thinking Bobcat.
Well, he's coming that direction. You know, that fullback goes straight ahead. It doesn't matter. And he picked up that fumble and gained about 2 yards.
2nd down and 8. Quick thinking on Curtis's part.
I didn't know you could advance a fumble. We've seen 2 of them advance tonight. I guess you can.
2nd down and 8 from the wishbone. 1 receiver. Kovacs wide left. Munoz calling the signals. There's the handoff to Curtis.
He's going to get about 6 on this one. 5 maybe. He's hurting them right up the middle.
Down inside the 40-yard line.
Curtis is the one in the second half. They're getting hurt right up the middle.
38-yard line. Third down and 3 yards for Bloomfield. Chestnut brings the play in to Munoz.
Robert Mance playing a tough game defensively for the Broncos tonight. Right now, Tanua Rail 12-0. Bloomfield Bobcats on top.
Munoz has one receiver wide right. Here's the snap on third down. Handoff to Chestnut.
Flag on the play. Looks like the end of the line might have a hold on that one. We're going to see what the flag is. Very few flags tonight.
Holding against Bloomfield. The Broncos will get the benefit of this one.
Holding against the Bobcats.
That will back them up back to about the 47-yard line if they mark off the 10.
Third flag tonight on the Bobcats. San Juan has had 3. Not too many flags.
Really not a lot of penalties in this game. Turnover to another story.
We've got the officials tonight are from New Mexico, but they're doing an excellent job. Can't use that. We can't use that.
46 yards.
Huh? We can't fault them. I mean, they're, normally we'd see San Juan 8-10 penalties by now, motion penalties or something.
From the 46, third and long, third and 11. Wishbone offense. One receiver wide to the right. He keeps after a fake to Curtis. Now pitch out to Ward. Ward gets down to the 40 before he's knocked out.
He's still short of the first down, way short. He's going to be 5 yards.
He needs 5 yards. So bring up, should be about 4th and 5.
We got a flag.
We get the
flag on the play. Let's see what this play is going to be.
Right in front of the Bloomfield bench. We didn't really see it fall, but
okay.
Call against Bloomfield.
That was called a forward pass beyond the line of scrimmage. They're going to lose it down. It'll be 4th down and a long way to go. That pitch that time, the man got in front of him. And the quarterback was beyond the line of scrimmage, so it was an illegal forward pass. Loss of down penalty.
Illegal forward pass, loss of down.
Well, that changes everything. They backed him up inside just at the 50-yard line.
That's the problem with that wishbone. When you get beyond the line of scrimmage, you've got to be careful with the toss. And that time he did toss it forward.
4th and long, 4th and we'll be liberal and say 13. The punting team is on for the Bloomfield Bobcats. There's the snap. Here's the kick. It's high, it's short. Comes down to Aaron Jones. I think he touched it, but didn't get control.
He called for a fair catch, and let's see what happened. He was waving it, but he did touch the ball. Let's see what the call is going to be.
It better be Bloomfield Ball. This crowd goes crazy.
We'll see.
There might have been interference on that catch. Let's see what the officials are going to call. It's going to be a fumble.
It's going to be Bloomfield's ball.
Well, at least they're signaling. Let's try to see what the officials are going to come up with. They've got a lot of people out there helping them with it from both teams.
No, it's San Juan's ball.
I don't understand that one, but we'll go with it.
Some of our colleagues up here said the crowd would have a problem with that, and they did.
San Juan football, I'm not real sure how, but we'll take it.
A few partisan boos from the crowd of that, but the Broncos will take anything, as we say, from the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. Bring a new football into the game. Yazzie will be in the backfield along with Meyer.
Time to start hammering the ball up the middle. Let's give it to Pete.
John Schmidt to the left. Nielsen calling out the signals. There's the snap. He drops straight back to throw. He's looking downfield, way downfield. Right out there, he's got a touchdown.
He's gone. He's gone.
He'll turn it on and score.
85 yards. John Schmidt showed the speed. 85 yards. John Schmidt got 2 steps, caught the ball, and then turned it on.
Outran Kovacs, who made a diving tackle. We came up short, and John snap. Nielsen's got it down. The kick is up, and it's no good. Wide right to the 20-yard line. That's with right in the middle. Big hole.
Curtis for about 8.
Tommy Curtis gets, as you say, about 8 yards right. Same area he's been doing good with most of the game.
Well, right up the middle. They continue pounding that middle.
Rodney Chestnut comes out. Eugene Ward in the game. Kovacs comes wide to the left. Wishbone offense. Munoz the quarterback. Here's the snap. Quick handoff right up the middle. Once again, first down yardage.
Curtis for about 5 that time. Robert Mance on the stop. Robert Mance is getting
a good game.
More than usual tackles tonight. Problem is he's getting them 5 yards down the field. They're getting through and penetrating on the Broncos. They're getting off the ball a little quicker. They're hitting that hole a little quicker. Front defensive three's got to tighten up in there.
The Bobcats break their huddle. Once again, Kovacs comes wide left. Wishbone backfield. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Handoff to Chestnut. Chestnut trying the right side. A big hole in there. He breaks free. He's across the 50 and brought down at the 48.
Ricky Davis picked him up at about the 48-yard line, but not before a 20-yard gain.
20-yard carry.
That was the spin off of that wishbone, and the counter back the other way is wide open. Ricky Davis ran him down and caught him behind, or he'd have been gone.
Chestnut comes out. Ward goes in.
For all of our lack of offense the first half, we're getting a fair share.
A kickoff return, an 85-yard pass reception for a touchdown. Both sides able to throw the long play in there. This time handoff, big hole. Curtis. Big hole, Curtis. 27-yard line, Danny.
22 yards on that one. They've got to do something in the middle. They've got to stop him in the middle, and right now they're not even slowing him down at the line of scrimmage.
Curtis almost untouched through that line. And before they know it, he's in the secondary. Another first down for Bloomfield.
He plays a pretty good catcher, doesn't he? He's good athlete. Good student. Good runner.
There's a whistle.
We've got an equipment problem with one of the Broncos' helmets.
One of the officials
hammering on Stacy's head trying to get his chin strap buckled, I think.
Down some guys in the World Series.
From the wishbone formation, between Munoz, the quarterback.
Curtis.
Quick handoff to Curtis.
He's got 4 or 5 more right up the middle. They've got to plug up the middle, or it's just going to be, you know how our wishbone team operates. We've seen them. They'll eat the clock away and constantly pick up those 4 or 5 yards if they give them to him, and that was 5 more.
Well, you got a timeout coming.
Chestnut comes out of the game. Clock is rolling down.
They're going to give him 6.
They're going to get one off.
They will get one play off if they hustle. 2nd down and 5 yards on the carry. Now the handoff goes to Ward, the last back through the line, and he... Fourth quarter action just getting underway from the inside the 15-yard line. Munoz on the handoff up the middle.
Once again.
One back getting a couple of yards.
Once again, that man Curtis.
Tried out 6 yards on that carry.
They've got to stop him up the middle.
More than a couple.
If they don't stop him up the middle, they're not even going to worry about the other options off that wishbone. They're just going to turn around and hand it to him. And right now, Tommy Curtis is showing us that he is one fine athlete.
2nd down and a long 4. They say the 2-yard line would be good enough for a first down. From the wishbone, there's the fake, now the handoff. Eugene Ward driven down at just beyond the line of scrimmage for a short gain.
He ran into Pete, and you don't go too far that way. Gain of about 1. Stacy on the stop that time.
1 yard on the carry, 3rd down, a long 3.
Grover can't get on the cleanup.
Chestnut coming into the game. He'll give the play to Munoz. Not a real varied selection of plays tonight, but very effective.
Wishbone doesn't have that many.
Wishbone offense, Munoz the quarterback. There's the handoff to Curtis. Touchdown! Curtis over the right side just breaks a couple of tackles to get that touchdown. He's comes up limping, but I don't think that will hurt his game tonight. He's too fired up for this one. 10:40 left in the 4th quarter. It's now 18-6. The Bobcats on top.
St. Juan's got to find a way to stop them from coming up the middle. They've got to stop that play up the middle. Timeout on the field. Let's see who's calling it. I officials' timeout, it looks like. Timeout on for the Broncos.
The Broncos apparently calling a timeout. With that timeout, we'll take a break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, them kids, I hope they had a good time Wednesday.
Fisher hurt.
I hope Jason Watkins is the happiest young man in town, because he's the reason they're losing this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're back here in the fourth quarter. It's 18-6. The Bobcats on top. Fisher, apparently some kind of injury. He's taken out of the game. Now Munoz on the two-point conversion. On the option, carries it in for two. Back deep. Schmidt on the far side.
Got some speed back deep if they can get the ball and get a crease. Speed don't do any good when you don't have any place to put it to exhibit.
Well, Fisher, of course, as we mentioned, was shaken up on that touchdown play, so Meyer taking his place back deep to receive. Atkinson set to kick. There's the whistle. Teams are set. Here's the kick. Kick, once again, a low kick, comes down to Aaron Jones. He's coming to the near side. Now he heads toward the middle of the field. He's got a hole in there. He's up to the 35-yard line. That's where he's tackled.
That's a 35-yard line. San Juan's in good shape to start this one, but they need to get it in. 10:33 remaining in that ball game. San Juan 2 touchdowns behind.
2 full touchdowns behind, we might mention.
Yes.
20-6. In high school football, the conversion is probably the most important part of the score.
San Juan needs to move this one down now and get it in the end zone in a hurry.
And at least get the 1 point, because if they don't, they'll be forced to go for 2 if they manage to get another score. 10:21 left in the fourth quarter. Clock is rolling.
Preston Palmer checking in with a play now.
We've got Meyer and Yazzie in the eye behind Nielsen. Pitch back to Meyer. He'll head to the right and get a couple before he's tackled.
3 or 4 yards.
Gain not 4.
Up around the 39.
73 and 30.
Gary Black going to stop that time. Gary Black had a little help that time. Gary Black. Gary wasn't making that tackle. That was another number 30. That was Brian Stone. Get his number from the Broncos and printed, and everybody with the 30s
You
get
caught me by
back.
surprise there. I was wondering if we'd had a defection.
Just Nielsen.
Nielsen on the rollout. He wants to keep. He's going to get a loss in the backfield.
Now lose what they had. Lose the 3 they had. Stop made in there by Brad Smith.
Actually, more than the 3 they had. He'll lose probably 4.
Two held his position real well.
Well, now they're getting his forward progress to the line of scrimmage, or just beyond. 3rd and 9. Not very effective nonetheless.
Going to have to put it in the air. 9:07 remaining.
Yazzie and Meyer in the game. Fisher's back in the game. He's in motion. Schmidt's in tight. Nielsen, the quarterback. There's the snap, and the flag flies. He drops straight back to throw. He's under pressure. He gets away from one man.
Nobody's moving. The backs are all just, the ends are just...
Way downfield to Yazzie, and he can't hold on to it. A flag in the backfield.
Just started moving that time, rolling out, trying illegal procedure against the Broncos. That'll probably be refused. Just started rolling out, and all the receivers just stopped down the field and stood there. Nobody was moving, trying to help him, other than Pete. Pete continued and headed down the field and almost broke away for a long game. As it stands,
that would have been wiped out none.
Yeah, they're going to refuse it.
No matter what.
I would think they'd refuse it. They want to get San Juan another shot at it. They're going to refuse it.
Penalty refused.
4th down and long.
Legal motion. 4th and 9.
San Juan's going to kick this ball away. 4th and 9. Either that or they're going to have a trick play from a deep punt.
Yazzie comes into the game.
We've seen short snaps. We've seen passes. We've seen options off of this. We've seen a lot of things that San Juan can do off of a punt formation.
Yazzie set up about his own 25. He'll get the kick off. Long kick downfield.
Tommy Archibald returning it.
Chases Archibald back to his 22, but he breaks a couple of tackles. He's coming to the near side. He's at the 35 to 40. Breaks another shoestring tackle, and before he's knocked down at the 44.
Gary Black and Eric Grover that time on the stop. They got a nice return that time. They turned it up about 15 or 20 yards. Bloomfield's going to start off in good field position again.
And more important than that, 8:31 left on the clock.
And that wishbone does nothing but eat time.
Ravenously. Here come the Bloomfield Bobcats in control of this one. 20-6, they're on top. Kovacs wide to the left. Curtis, oh, fake to Curtis. Now Munoz keeps his pitch out to number.
They've got to toughen up now. They're going to come right back up the middle with the big man, with Curtis. Got an equipment repair going on. Who is that? Is that Richie? Richie Monson, one of those bandages.
When we resume play, we'll have
those are the knee braces. That's what those are.
Ward, Curtis, Valdez in the backfield, and the wishbone behind Munoz. Receiver wide to the left. There's the snap. Handoff right up the middle to Curtis, Danny.
Curtis has met that time. Stacy Yazzie, Eric Grover, Gannon in on the stop. All of them in there.
2 yards to the 46.
That's the play they've got to stop. They've got to stop that.
About 5, and all is called 4.
We'll call it about 3.5, and it'll be third to long 5.
It's third down and long.
Third down and 6.
You got to look for Curtis again, though. You've got to respect that inside man on the wishbone.
Munoz, the quarterback, barking out the signals. Fakes to Curtis, handoff to Alex Valdez.
Richie Monson hit him in the backfield, slowed him down. Gary came in for the cleanup and held him to no gain.
That brings up fourth down.
Monson.
82.
7:22 left on the clock.
That was a good play by the Broncos that time. 3 downs and kicked the ball. Now they need to get a return on. They need to get this ball back to midfield at least. They've got to get it back to where they can score quickly.
Fisher and Aaron Jones dropping back deep. Here's the snap. Here's the kick.
Bad kick. Short kick.
Fisher takes it.
Got a wall. He's got a wall on the left side.
The 30-yard line up to the 35 to 40 inside at the 47-yard line, brought down. There's a flag on the play.
There's a flag. Let's see what that late flag was. He took that one over the wall, formed over on the other side. He got outside of it. Got it to the last 2 men, and they got him. Let's see what the call is, though.
Making the stop for the Bobcat.
Personal foul. Looked like a bunch of them hitting him over there. Blade hit maybe on one of them.
Against Bloomfield.
Against Bloomfield, 15 yards.
Flag against Bloomfield.
That will march it into Bloomfield territory.
Late hit.
All the way down inside, should be inside the 40.
Got him on a late hit that time. That's probably one of the better plays San Juan's had lately on first down is that penalty.
The Broncos will start from their 39, or from the Bloomfield 39-yard line with the penalty tacked on to that run back. Backs in the eye behind Nielsen. Everyone's in tight. There's the snap. There's the fake to Gary Black. Nielsen's going to be brought down for a loss. Bloomfield not fooled by that at all.
Leo Pacheco, they tried that little option outside. Leo Pacheco shot through, got the man about 4 yards deep in the backfield, maybe 5 yards. San Juan doesn't run that wishbone like Bloomfield.
Once again, following Gary Black down the line, he's snuffed out and dropped for a loss.
These kids from Bloomfield see that wishbone every day in practice, so that's if San Juan goes to a wishbone and tries that option, it's really not any big surprise to that defense because they see it every day.
Let's try a 2nd and 14. Receivers wide right and left. Back split behind Nielsen. He drops straight back to throw. Pass out here is complete to David Lee.
David Lee's still struggling for yards. He's inside the 40.
Back to the 39-yard line. The original line of scrimmage is only about 5 yards on the pass completion. He was knocked out of bounds. The clock, well, no, he wasn't. Brought down just inside
the clock's still running.
Marker, the clock's running.
3rd and 10. I've got a good play call I'd like to stick in right here. Send John Schmidt to the end zone. Throw it up and let him run under it. Tight formation.
John Schmidt sets up tight. Backs are in the eye. Nielsen handoff to Yazzie. Breaks through one hole, but only gets about 4 on the carry. Just inside the 35.
A little extracurricular, not anything to get too concerned about. Little pushing, a few stairs. 5 yards.
We are about to roll inside 5 minutes, though, on the clock. 20-6, 2-touchdown lead for Bloomfield over the Broncos. David Lee comes into the game. Schmidt leaves. Play being called.
4th and 6. This is going to be an awfully tough 6 yards to get right here.
Billy Slavin's wide right. David Lee wide left, back split. Nielsen drops straight back to throw. He rolls to his left, pass downfield to Lee. In traffic, it's knocked down by Archibald.
Tommy Archibald, a good defensive play that time. David Lee just trying to streak down the sidelines. Pass.
Double coverage.
Got a flag down, too. Let's see what it is. That's in there around holding territory, it looks like. Block below the knees against the Broncos. On 4th down, I don't think they're going to take this one. We want to get into our halftime discussion we had. Let's note until after the game.
Wishbone offense. So one receiver wide to the right. Handoff. A fake to Curtis. Second man through. Chestnut gets a big hole. Breaks into San Juan territory to the 46.
18 yards on that carry. Kyle Meyer on the stop. Too much offense. Bloomfield's coming down from too many different directions tonight.
Fake to Curtis probably froze everyone for a second. He's been so effective, and then Chestnut gets a big hole in there right behind that, and he's in San Juan territory.
It looks like Richie's having trouble with that knee brace out there again. Now he's got it back on. 1st and 10, 4:33 and counting. 1st and 10 inside San Juan territory.
Kovacs wide right, Munoz the quarterback. Teams are set. Here's the snap. This time the handoff is to Curtis, right up the middle. Big hole in there. He's broken free across the 30, down to the 20, the 10, and he will score. There's 6 more for Tommy Curtis. It's in there. The handoff this time, though, to the last back through, and he won't get it. To kick, back deep for the Broncos, Jones, Schmidt, and Fisher. Teams are set. Here's Atkinson awaiting the whistle. There we go. Now here's his kick. He approaches the ball. Good long kick. Drives Fisher back. He's got it at his 10-yard line. Hits to the far side. He's up to the 15, the 20, the 22.
Got a couple of blocks over there, but not enough to get free. Running east and west.
With 4:07 left, I would say it's a tall order to expect 3 touchdowns. The Broncos go on offense.
Well, right now the Bloomfield Bobcats they've got to play an umbrella defense and put a couple of guys back here around the 35 or 40-yard line because they know San Juan's going to throw and they've got to go deep in a hurry to try and get back.
Kovacs back in that secondary.
There's one back
dropping about 15 or 20 yards back. Also Marley back there. Both sure-handed players. Split backs behind Nielsen. He drops straight back to throw. He's got a pass out here. It's complete to Fisher. Fisher's up to the 30-yard line before he's spun out. The 32 is his final progress. And they'll stop the clock with that.
Gain of about 9 yards. They're going to stop it just to look and see if it is a first down. Looks like they're going to measure.
They're going to measure.
They've called for the sticks to be. Formations in tight. Split backs. There's the snap back to Gary Black. He's unable to handle it. He'll be dropped for a huge.
Not yet. He's still running.
Yeah,
he's going to be sacked now. He's still coming out of there. They blew the whistle. He was still moving. They tried the short.
I thought we had a bigger difference than that, but they are saying 3rd down and 15 to go. Pass is deflected by Archibald out to Schmidt, the intended receiver, but Archibald right there deflects Nielsen's pass on that 3rd down play.
That pass was going to be about 10 yards short if he caught it.
2:39 left on the clock, 26-6. Bloomfield on top of the Broncos. Yazzie will be back deep to punt.
They've got to try something after this one. They've got to try something. They're down 20 points, 3 touchdowns. He's going to kick.
He'll kick. No one back deep for the Bobcats. The ball just will die at the 50-yard line.
Ball wounded right on the 50.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with the last 2.5 minutes of action in just a moment.
You might need it to get some hands in.
Oh, well, man to me.
Well, that's what the wishbone does. Clock keeper.
Well, yeah. Yeah. From the 50-yard line, Bloomfield on offense. One receiver wide to the right. There's the handoff right up the middle. New player in the game this time, Danny. Brian Stone.
Same result, so fullback up the middle for
5 yards. Stone's been watching his predecessor at that position, Tommy Curtis. He says if he can find him, I can find a hole too. 2nd and 5. One receiver wide to the left. Wishbone formation. A new quarterback handoff to the second man through. We've got number 12, Ronald Candelaria, now driving the offense. Handoff to number 21, Travis Williams.
And he got about 4.
We're starting to see some of the other players get a chance. Michael Beeks bringing in the play, number 89. Out wide to the left is David Sanchez from the wishbone formation. We'll try and keep the numbers straight. There's Candelaria's handoff right up the middle.
First down.
Good for first down yardage on forward progress.
Robert Mance on the stop again. Robert Mance, Jordan Liverton.
Brian Stone, the ball carrier, number 30. 1:04 left on the clock. They'll set the sticks up. We should start the clock here in just a moment. And there it goes. We'll be inside of a minute before they break the huddle. Here come the Bobcats. David Sanchez wide to the left. Candelaria takes the snap, fake, then the back, number 34 takes it to the right side. There's a flag down.
That's one of our generics.
Reyes, carry.
Larry Reyes. Now, that was number 34 carry, not 24. Bill Fisher on the stop that time. He picked up about 6 or 7, 8 yards, but they're going to bring it back.
Holding the preliminary call. And it is against Bloomfield, but at this point in the game, I'm sure it doesn't really matter. 44 seconds left. Long yardage on the play. Candelaria barks out the signals. He spins. There's a handoff right up the middle. Williams, the ball carrier, gets back down to the 36.
Travis Williams, carry.
22 and
22. The gun has been extended out the window, so we're expecting the end of the game already. 17 seconds left. Once again, Bloomfield, in the second half, picks up 26 points. The Broncos manage only 1 score.
And it doesn't get easier. Number 1 can add next week.
With 4 seconds left, they'll get one play off. Candelaria takes the snap. There's the handoff right from the middle for 1 yard to Brian Stone. And for the report on the action tonight. But first, this message.